Hello, how are you? I hope you're good. So this is a little bit of a, well, not a little bit, a lot of a different angle. Like there's sun where I normally film and like direct sun, so I really didn't want to deal with that. I'm gonna be using Appa as my table because I don't have one. Today we're here to look through the February book releases because we do that now. Okay, I'm using my vlogging camera, so I'm hoping this is all right. No. The first book that I see here is called The Great Alone. It's by Kristen Hanna. It's set in Alaska, 1974, untamed, unpredictable, a story of a family in crisis struggling to survive at the edge of the world. It is also a story of young and enduring love. This is coming out on the 6th, so it's already out. It has quite a few reviews, and it's a very good overall rating, 4.32, which is a lot. Yeah, as far as I can see, this is about a veteran who comes back and moves with the family, with the wife and a 13-year-old, and they move to Alaska and they're really struggling to adjust to the life there and the climate there, and it's supposed to be something about vanishing way of life in America, and powerful story that celebrates the resilience of the human spirit and the remarkable and enduring strength of women. Yeah, cool. I don't think I'm gonna add this to the TBR just yet, but maybe you will. Then there's a book that's called How to Stop Time. It has over 8,000 ratings and it's average of 4.1, which is really impressive. Also already out, it's been out from the 6th of February. I like the title and I quite like the design of the cover, if it means anything. Oh, it's a love story. Oh, but it's a fantasy and science fiction is under the genres. A love story across the ages and for the ages about a man lost in time, the woman who could save him, and the lifetime it can take to learn how to live. Nice. Tom Hazard has a dangerous secret. He may look like an ordinary 41-year-old, but owing to a rare condition he's been alive for centuries. Want to read. That's all I need to know. The next book that I see is The Bells by Daniela Clayton. This is a YA one, it's a fantasy book. So the first paragraph says, Camellia Bergerard, I don't know, is a belle. In the opulent world of Orleans, belles are rewarded for their controlled beauty, and beauty is a commodity coveted above all else. In Orleans, the people are born grey, they are born damned, and only with the help of a belle and her talents can they transform and be made more beautiful. But it's not enough for Camellia to be just a belle. She wants to be the favorite, the belle chosen by the Queen of Orleans to live in the royal palace, to tend to the royal family in the court, to be recognized as the most talented belle in the land. I mean, I really don't know much about this book other than what I just looked at. I don't like the concept of it. I find it very sort of problematic. I mean, maybe the whole thing is that they're trying to like change the society of like how beauty is viewed, and that is the most important thing, but it does have quite a good rating though. But I don't think that I will be reading it unless a lot of you guys like say that no, it's actually really good. Like the last time happened with like The Cruel Prince, which I will read. Next we have As Bright as Heaven, as by Susan Meissner. This is a historical fiction, already out from the 6th of February. It seems to be like 6th of February is like the day things got out. So you stop chewing that. From the acclaimed author of Secrets of a Charmed Life, never heard of it, and A Bridge Across the Ocean, never heard of it, come a new novel set in Philadelphia during the Spanish flu epidemic of 1918, which tells the story of a family reborn through loss and love. In 1918, Philadelphia was a city teeming with promise. Even as its young men went off to fight in the Great War, there were opportunities for a fresh start on its cobblestone streets. Into this bustling town came Pauline Bright and her husband, filled with hope that they could now give their 3 daughters, Evelyn, Maggie and Willa, a chance at a better life. But just months after they arrived, the Spanish flu reaches the shores of America as the pandemic claims more than 12,000 victims in their adopted city. They find their lives left with a world that looks nothing like the one they knew. But even as they lose loved ones, they take in a baby orphaned by the disease who becomes their single source of hope. Amidst the tragedy and challenges, they learn what they cannot live without and that they are willing to do and what they are willing to do about it. It sounds like a very heartbreaking book if you're looking for one. I really like the setting of this. I mean, like, I don't know if I would love it, but the idea of it, I really like it. I think just for the moment though, I'm not really into historical fiction. Thanks, the miniaturist. Just like not feeling the vibe. But if I were, I really would put that into the TBR. But I'm not. Next up is a YA fantasy. And this is Tempest and Slaughter, the Numair Chronicles #1. It has 700 ratings and the average is 4.24. Out already because it was the 6th of February. Okay. So this is a book about three, I think this is set in a university of like magic. The main character is very gifted magician, and then he has two best friends. One is like a prince that's gonna become like a king, and another one is a girl that's very clever, but the cleverness is often overlooked, and it seems like the main character and that girl are gonna like be the romantic interest of each other, and the other best friend is gonna like get close to the throne, and then the main character has to decide where his loyalties lie. Has good ratings, maybe sometime in the future, but another one is coming out in February 13th, so the time of me filming this, it's not already out. This is the first one. And it's called Surprise Me, and the genres are listed as women fiction and romance and contemporary, so cool. And it says, after being together for 10 years, Sylvie and Dan have all the trimmings of a happy life and marriage. They have a comfortable home, fulfilling jobs, beautiful twin girls, and communicate so seamlessly they finish each other's sentences. However, a trip to the doctors project that they will live another 68 years together and panic... What? A trip to the doctor projects they will live another 68 years together and panic sets in. They never expected until death do us part to mean 7 decades. Okay. In the name of marriage survival, they quickly concoct a plan to keep their relationship fresh and exciting. They will create little surprises for each other so that their extended years together will never become boring. But in their pursuit to execute Project Surprise Me, mishaps arise and secrets are uncovered that start to threaten the very foundation of their unshakable bond. When a scandal from the past is revealed that questions some important untold truths, they begin to wonder if they ever really knew each other at all. And this one is by Sophie Kinsella. I personally haven't read this book, but I know some people that did, and this is a series Winter Song, and is the second book for that. It already came out on the 6th of February, and it's called Shadow Song. I don't even know what it is about. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about it, but yeah, if you're into that series or trilogy, I don't know what's it gonna be. Second one came out now. And the battery died. Okay, so I was saying this one sounds quite interesting. It's small. It's called Small Great Things. It's by Jodi Picoult. I don't know how to pronounce that. It seems to be about a nurse who is an African American. She specializes in like labor and delivery. Just basically help deliver a newborn, and she's about to like inspect the baby, but is reassigned because the parents are basically racist, and they request that another nurse be assigned to their family, and so they do that, but the baby goes into cardiac arrest, and even though she's not allowed to help the baby, obviously she, after some hesitation, does, and then is taken to court. And this seems to be going to be a movie as well. This sounds really interesting and really wrong on so many levels, so I'm adding this to my TBR. It has amazing ratings. It's 4.34 and over 129,000 ratings, and it comes out on the February 20th. It says first published in October 2016, but maybe it's being republished, I'm not sure. Then we have another young adult fiction. It's called Heart of Iron. It's by Ashley Poston, and this is, what does it say? 17-year-old Anna is a scoundrel by a nurture and an outlaw by nature. Found as a child drifting through space with a sentient android called D09, Anna was saved by a fearsome space captain and the grizzled crew she now calls family. But D09, one of the last remaining illegal metals, has been glitching, and Anna will stop at nothing to find a way to fix him. So this is a science fiction thing. Why not? Adding to my TBR. I've really like been into sci-fis recently, so I think that's enough for today. There's plenty. I think I added like 3, or how many did I just add to my TBR, which is enough for me. I hope you guys found something that you are maybe interested in. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if there's any other book that comes out in February I didn't mention and you're quite excited about, so let us all know in the comments. Hope you have a great day ahead of you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!